Welcome to Mash on This, Mashable's daily pony, culture and entertainment show that gives you tomorrow's biggest pony, news stories today. I'm your host, Lori Jennings, that lives inside a dumpster fire, also known as Dory Greenberg. On Mash on This, we give you a quick rundown of what we think is the best pony, internet has to offer. Be sure to tell us what you think in the comments, and we'll get to them at the end of the show. Don't be shy now. Now, let's get into it, shall we? We are busy today. Yesterday, it was announced that because the Trump administration loves kids so much, especially the female ones, they are ending Michelle Obama's girls' education program. It's times like these that make us miss the former lady so much. But now that she's out of the White House, she's ready to give us some insight into some of her most viral moments. While at a conference in Orlando, Florida, Mrs. Obama, I don't know why that came out weird, Mrs. Obama finally explained the reasoning behind her famous side eye while welcoming the Trumps on Inauguration Day. And no, it's not because of the Tiffany's present that may or may not have been a regift. It was because Michelle was trying not to cry. She explained that the beginning of the inauguration marked the last moments that Malia and Sasha would have in the White House. And right before those doors opened, her daughters were leaving out the back in tears while saying goodbye to people. So Michelle didn't want to have tears in her eyes because she was afraid people would interpret it as crying because of the new president, which is something that many of us do every day now. But kudos to Michelle for trying to put on a good face, even though it ended up as a favorite shady meme for those of us who love her. The Met Gala was last night, in case you missed it, which is a time for the upper crust of the music, entertainment, and fashion world to come together for a very fancy evening. Most of the time, people are gagging over the women in attendance, like Rihanna, who clearly snatched the entire runway competition. But sometimes the men do something to stand out. While his girlfriend Cassie was posing for the press, Sean Puff Daddy P. Diddy Combs decided to take a load off on the staircase. People were naturally perplexed by this move, so Diddy took to Twitter to explain that he was simply too tired to stand for 5 minutes, even though he literally just got to the place, hence the red carpet. But I know what he was really up to, because everybody who's somebody knows that this is the most flattering pose out there. Even I'm known for posting up in my lounge stance from time to time, since it's the best way to show off your Christian Louboutins or whatever else is on the bottom of your feet, like gum. But what do you think of Diddy's runway pose? Let us know in the comments now. It's been a couple of days since the news broke about the Fyre Festival fiasco, but the story's just so juicy, so bursting at the seams with deliciously horrible details that we just can't get enough. Many people pointed fingers at Ja Rule for why this luxury culture moment burst into flames, but he wasn't the only festival organizer with metaphorical blood on his hands. Billy McFarland, who Complex describes as a 25-year-old douche bro, was the other co-founder of the Fyre Festival. Complex also went on to give a brief history of McFarland's lifestyle and resume, like the time he created his own black card for rich, thirsty millennials called Magnuses that required users to spend we just can't get enough. $250,000 a year to get any of the advertised perks for the card, which were reportedly never delivered to cardholders. Oh, or the time he trashed his $13,000 a month West Village duplex during one of many blowout parties that his landlord said caused roughly 62 grand worth of damage, none of which McFarland refused to pay for. He did refuse to pay any of it. Sorry, that was bad writing. And now, even with a $100 million class action lawsuit staring him in his face, this bro to end all bros graciously offered up free entry for Fyre Festival Round 2, which will supposedly take place May of next year. The audacity of this dude to think that he can successfully con more people into participating in his sham of a music festival is pretty mind-boggling. But now it's making me think that if he can do it, anybody can. So I am happy to announce my own cultural extravaganza called Doren Palooza, which costs $13,000 a ticket and takes place in my backyard. There will be luxury Kool-Aid packets, luxury towels I stole from the gym, and luxury sunscreen from at least 5 years ago. It only costs $40 an hour to use, and you can trust me that this will be fun because I am a millennial with minimal amounts of social clout. So stop asking so many questions like a dork and give me your money, bro. If several apps went missing from your Apple Watch, would you even notice? This is a rhetorical question because we already know the answer is no. We know this because it already happened right under your noses, and hardly anybody noticed. Google, Amazon, and eBay have all quietly dropped support for Apple Watch. According to our own Stan Schroeder, the trend was noticed by Apple Insider, which claims Google Maps stopped supporting Apple Watch in recent weeks, while Amazon and eBay dropped Apple Watch in late April. Google responded to Apple Insider saying that Google Maps will return to the watch in the future, but offered no reason for the initial move. We're only learning about this now because there was no social media backlash or internet outrage. And isn't it odd that some of the biggest online companies left Apple's smartwatch platform and no one made a stink about it? I guess it goes to show you, or more importantly Apple, that no one uses these apps on their Apple smartwatches. Did any of you watching right now use these Apple Watches, Apple apps on the watch? You know what I'm saying. Do you miss them now? Let us know in the comments. It's very hot in the studio. I'm like, whew, getting overheated. Hey, I've been blessed to have some pretty dope internships in the past, but we've all heard stories of young people fetching coffee, taking out office trash, and generally paying their dues. But times, they are changing. Because according to Glassdoor's list of the 25 highest paying internships in America, some lucky youths have taken home thousands of dollars per month. Facebook topped the list with a median monthly pay of $8,000. And next was Microsoft, which pays a median $7,100 per month. And then the likes of Amazon, Apple, Yelp, Yahoo, and Dell rounded out the top 10. The report states that the median annual salary for a full-time U.S. worker is currently about $51 grand. However, if the interns at these companies worked a full 12 months, their salaries would range from about $96,000 at Facebook to about $55,000 at Bank of America. Still, thousands of dollars higher than the average American full-time worker. And if you missed the glaring common denominator in this top 10 list, they are all tech companies. So if you're currently a college student or a post-college grad that just wants to get paid more, it would make a whole lot of sense to be an intern in the tech industry. Look into it. Hot tip. If the supernatural light shows and creepy Demogorgon didn't scare the bejesus out of you while watching the first season of Stranger Things, then this second season might do the trick. In an interview with Emmy Magazine, the beloved Stranger Things kids say that this new season will definitely give you nightmares when it comes out this Halloween. Take a look.
The next season is a year later. 11 is obviously back. The boys, they are all together and we have our new cast members, Sadie Sink and Dacre Montgomery.
The great thing about this season is you get to see insight to each character on their own. You're going to see a lot more into the lives of how the characters are coping with what's been going on.
There are going to be some challenges that the characters face that are real, that are disturbing.
I think they're all very emotionally scarred. They feel alone because their best friend is back and he's not acting like their best friend anymore. He's changed.
I think the season will be a lot more dark, a lot more horror-oriented. I think people are going to like it better than the first season.
So, as an adult, I've never really aspired to be friends with preteens, but now all I want to do is hang out with these guys. If you're watching, please be my friend. Thank you.